Welcome to day 16. So we are on our third week here where we're talking about inspiration and exploration. Day 16, we're going to talk about technology. And the reason why I felt called to really include that in this right now is because of our extremely rapidly advancing technology that we have right now with the AI and with, even our where we're going, right? Like with our energy sources, with our cars and our vehicles, like everything is going to be rapidly changing in the next 5, 10, 15, 30 years. It's insane how much has just changed in the past 5 years, right? Even just in the past year, about just how much humanity has adopted the use and the work with AI. I feel like it is a moral obligation to talk about AI because it is very clear that we are steamrolling into unprecedented and unknown territory. That doesn't have to be scary. I want to name that. But it's actually incredibly important and very critical to know how to work with this technology now. Even if it's not quite yet on your radar, it's just, as humanity, the people that are working with this AI are quite literally training it, right? People are quite literally making their own to be able to sell it. You can make your own brand of it. You can make your own version of it. And that's not exactly what I'm talking about today. But my point here is that we are the ones training it. And part of our moral obligation, and why I feel I need to talk about this, is since we're going into uncharted territory, we have to take radical responsibility of how we work with it and how we use it and how we let that define us and our own creative process. Wow, wasn't expecting this to be so important, but this is very important. I truly believe that you cannot lose the soul. We're not going to lose the humanity. I truly believe that your unique energy frequency is truly what is the authentic, resonant frequency that others will relate to. I truly believe that, yes, we are in a revolution of technology, and yes, there's going to be massive disruption and massive change, for sure. But I think that if we can adapt and lean in and hold our alignment and listen to our own creative call, that it actually can work out so gracefully and so beautifully and so powerfully. Part of my moral obligation here too is this is an opportunity for us to claim how we are going to operate and move this future, so that it's not in the wrong hands. And I want to name too that your authentic creations are so important, and that you are not replaceable with AI. Just because it can make something that's so beautiful based off of a prompt does not mean that what you are here to create is not beautiful. Because your original thoughts, your original channeling, and your journey of creating and putting something that's so unique out into the world is not replaceable. It's not replaceable. I'm really inspired about this topic because it's someone I found this weekend on Instagram. And part of her message is, she says, make art and share it. And I love that so much. Like, yes, we need to make our own art and we need to share it for more than one reason, though, because we need to be public with our art so that we are also defining what this technology and what this AI is going to look like. I hope that makes sense. Some beautiful ways that you can also work with AI and also other technology is by using it as a way to soundboard ideas, to expand upon ideas, to play around and try out different versions. So like, for example, if you are a songwriter, okay, like there's actually some really cool things that you can do. Or even if you don't know how to play an instrument, but like you are great at making like lyrics, right? Or like you want to become a songwriter. Either way, there's like really cool programs that you can literally put your lyrics into, and you can make a pop song, you can make an EDM song, you can make a metal song. And what's so cool about that is it can expand your ideas so beautifully, or it can tailor things or help you to become more inspired. And I think that is a really beautiful way that we can work with it. I truly love in the way that you're able to, streamline your process. Like for creating this course, honestly, this is probably my first time that I really used it, was in some of my marketing and some of my emails. My welcome email only, but like my emails that I'm doing for this course and for like the text in this program, that's all original by me. But sometimes, like if ever I need an idea or need to rewrite something or to change the tone of something or to bounce ideas, I have found that working with AI has been super, super helpful. It's been mind-blowingly helpful. I haven't yet gone down the full rabbit hole of like other ways to use it for marketing, but like I've been watching this other woman that shares like her prompt that she uses to literally, like if you're trying to do course creation or content creation for like social media, for example, like this is such a great way to be able to just like have a prompt of like, this is the industry that I work in, this is what I am very knowledgeable about. Now please give me 365 or 50 or 100 like mini niches or like mini problems that I can specifically solve of this industry and of this particular topic for content. And like, boom, right there, you have a whole list of things that you can create content for. Me personally, like, that's really helpful. Because when I have, a course, if I have art or something that I want to share with the world, I don't have to expend extra creative energy in trying to figure out how to make content when I can work with this resource and being able to be seen. I mean, in so many other ways, everything else in your life, from like cooking and meal planning for your family, it can be really, really beautifully woven in. I totally want to name and honor that, like, in this rapidly unprecedented territory, yeah, there is some absolute issues with our environmental and like the water usage and the data usage and how we're going to manage that much power by such a high demand of using something like that. So I just want to name that too. And I don't believe that it has to be something we fear. And I do believe it has to be something we have to be responsible with. And using caution with like your personal data and your personal, like even like your family data, I totally honor and respect, and I honor that there are some hesitation and fear, and because again, we're going into the unknown, and that's totally understood. Totally understand. Something else that I've done personally for like my artwork, for example, is like I have an oracle deck, okay? And it features 68 of my paintings that I hand painted. And what's so cool is I was able to take a picture of it and then put it all into Canva and make a template in Canva. And then something that's really beautiful too is that I was able to expand upon that by on each one of these paintings, add layers and add like little light decals to like really make my artwork shine through more. And I know many artists do this too, where like they have like an image that they base their work off of, right? Or like they're trying to like sketch out something. Like for me personally, that's helpful that I found is that, and I found this literally through doing my oracle deck, was that by adding these like fun little light things to it, it actually helped me to expand my understanding of how to paint light, for example. So that's a funny example, but the reflection here is, in what ways can you work with technology to enhance your creative process? In what ways can technology support you into becoming more creative? Because if you're able to streamline so many of the things, especially if you're becoming, a YouTuber or a content creator, and you want to you want to have a course, there's so many opportunities now that are totally accessible where you can work with technology and share those more openly. So being on YouTube or working with like a platform where you share and sell your course, being on social media. So I guess I'm going to talk about it today under inspiration here too with social media. So social media is a really beautiful way to get inspiration, but it also can be a shadow side where very quickly you, kind of like we talked about the other day, a few days ago, where if you fall into that spiral of comparing yourself, that's not the best way to use social media. No, it's not. That doom scroll and the comparison, that's not good for anybody. So a beautiful way is to be really intentional when you work with any technology, any platform, and any social media. When you go to use it, what is your intention? When you go to get onto social media, are you a consumer? Are you doom scrolling? Or are you a creator? Do you have content to post? Social media is also a beautiful way to be able to connect. That's literally what it's there for. It's social, to be able to connect with others. So there are ways in which these forms and modes of this technological age can really enhance our own creative abilities as well as our own business if you are a content creator or entrepreneur. I will see you tomorrow.